Emily Turner had never been good at blind dates. At 32, she was tired of heartbreak, tired of men who only wanted small talk, tired of pretending she wasn't lonely. Her friends insisted that this time was different. He's successful, kind, and single. Just give it one try, they said. So here she was, sitting in an elegant restaurant, wearing a navy dress that hugged her gently, fingers nervously twisting the silver bracelet her mother had given her years ago. The restaurant was softly lit, filled with laughter and candlelight. Every few minutes, Emily looked toward the door, hoping her date would walk in. But as the clock ticked past 7, then 7:30, her smile began to fade. Her heart sank each time the waiter asked politely, "Would you like to order now, ma'am?" She shook her head. "I'm sure he'll be here soon." But by 8 o'clock, even she didn't believe that anymore. She sighed, embarrassed, feeling the sting of curious eyes around her. She imagined what they must be thinking. Poor woman, stood up. Her throat tightened and she was about to ask for the check when suddenly the restaurant door swung open. A small voice echoed across the room, clear and trembling with urgency. "My daddy's sorry he's late." Heads turned, Emily froze. A little girl, maybe 6 or 7, stood at the door. Her cheeks were flushed from the cold, her tiny hands clutching a pink scarf. Her brown curls framed a face that looked like sunshine after rain, innocent, worried, and full of life. She spotted Emily instantly, as if she knew her. Before anyone could react, she ran straight across the room and stopped in front of Emily's table, slightly out of breath. "My daddy, parking the car, he told me to tell you not to go, please don't go." Emily blinked in shock. "Sweetheart, who are you?" The girl bit her lip. "I'm Lily. My daddy said he's meeting someone very special tonight. He told me she's kind and pretty. Are you Miss Emily?" Emily nodded slowly. I am." The girl smiled, a smile so bright it erased the awkward silence that had filled the restaurant moments ago. Before Emily could say another word, the little girl climbed into the seat across from her and whispered, "He was nervous. Daddy doesn't go on dates much. He said he forgot how." Something in Emily's heart softened, the little girl's honesty, her open heart. It was disarming. She smiled despite herself. "It's okay, I guess I forgot how too." They talked for a few minutes about Lily's favorite color, purple, her love for pancakes, and her little kitten named Muffin. The nervous tension that had filled Emily melted into laughter. And just as Lily began telling her how she once painted her dog's tail blue, a tall man hurried in, looking breathless and guilty. "Lily," his voice was deep, warm, but strained with apology. He stopped when his eyes landed on Emily. He was handsome, though clearly not the type who cared about it. His dark hair was slightly windblown, his sleeves rolled up, tie loose. But it was his eyes that caught her attention, tired, kind eyes that held years of responsibility and quiet sadness. "Miss Turner, I'm so sorry," he began, voice low. "I had to drop Lily off at my mother, but she insisted on coming." Emily smiled faintly. "She's been wonderful company, don't worry." He exhaled in relief, then sat down, brushing a hand through his hair. "I'm Nathan Cole," he said finally, "and I owe you a huge apology." Something about the way he said it, genuine, not rehearsed, made Emily's heart stir. "Apology accepted," she said softly. "Besides, I've had worse nights." Nathan chuckled quietly. "You're kind to say that." Dinner flowed surprisingly easily after that. Lily insisted on staying for dessert, and Nathan, though visibly embarrassed, allowed it when Emily didn't seem to mind. Between laughter, spilled water, and Lily's endless chatter about her imaginary dragon named Mr. Fuzzle, the night slowly turned from awkward to warm. But beneath Nathan's polite charm, Emily sensed a quiet sorrow. His smile never quite reached his eyes. And when Lily excused herself to the restroom, Emily asked gently, "So, you're a single dad?" Nathan nodded. 3 years now. Her mom passed away when Lily was 3. Since then, it's just been us." Emily's breath caught. "I'm so sorry." He looked down at his hands. "Don't be, Lily keeps me going. She's the light I didn't know I needed." There was a moment of silence between them, a soft, heavy kind that said more than words ever could. Two people who had known loss, both pretending to be fine, suddenly realizing they didn't have to pretend anymore. By the time the night ended, Emily felt something she hadn't felt in years: hope. Over the next few weeks, Nathan and Emily began to meet more often. At first, it was casual: coffee, lunch breaks, phone calls. Then it became more frequent, more natural. Emily found herself looking forward to their talks, his quiet humor, the way Lily would always slip her hand into hers like she belonged there. But life never gives happiness without testing it first. Nathan was a CEO of a major construction company, a demanding job that left little room for rest, let alone romance. When an unexpected crisis hit his company, corruption allegations, financial loss, and a board threatening to oust him, he began pulling away. Calls went unanswered, meetings canceled, texts delayed. Emily tried to understand, but the distance hurt. One rainy night, after days of silence, she went to his office. She found him there, shoulders slumped, staring at a pile of reports. "Nathan," she said softly, "you don't have to do this alone." He didn't look up. "You don't understand, Emily. I can't afford to fail, not again, not for Lily." "She doesn't need a perfect dad," Emily said gently. "She needs a present one." His eyes glistened. "I lost her mother because I was too busy working. I can't lose her too." Emily stepped closer, her voice breaking. "Then let someone stand beside you, please." Nathan's defenses cracked. He stood, weary and broken, and finally whispered, "I don't know how to let anyone in anymore." She reached for his hand. "Then start small, start with dinner, start with me." That night something shifted. Nathan realized that love didn't mean weakness, it meant home. And Emily realized that sometimes healing doesn't arrive in grand gestures but in little moments, like a child running into a restaurant to save a blind date. Months later, Emily found herself sitting in the same restaurant where it all began. 2 glasses of wine, 1 small cup of hot chocolate, and laughter filling the air.